What's happening, Shredder Nation? Happy Saturday. For those of you in Australia, I don't even know what time it is. Maybe it's Sunday, but welcome to Questions with Coach Jesse. So I put out a post and I said, if you have questions, whether it's on fitness, whether it's on nutrition, ask away and I will do my absolute best to make sure that I get to them. And here's what we're doing. So here's question one that I thought would bring a lot of value to not just this individual, but so many others. Good morning, everyone who's joining. What's up, Jess? As you join, drop in, say hello. Let me know where it is that you're calling, that you're listening from. Obviously, Shred is worldwide right now, but let's keep this short and simple and get down to the value. This question was from one of our shredders, Mr. Tim Dykes. And Tim says that I'm new to the shred. I lost 20 kilos before doing the shred, I believe is how I read it. Tim was currently on his first shred right now. He lost 6 kilos, which is 13 pounds. He was only halfway through. He currently stands at 80 kilos. He's 6'3". That is a big boy right there. Big change to his body since lifting weights. Tim wants to bulk up. How many of you have this feeling? You've lost a lot of weight. You want to bulk up now. I totally get it. I'm obsessed with this. But Tim is worried that if he eats too much, all of his hard work is going to be gone. And this is something that I see over and over and over again in health coaching. So I hope that I can bring a little bit of value there, add to you guys on food relationship. What's up, Warren? And Tim feels that he needs to increase his protein, but he's not so sure about the carbs. Okay, so this question is a great question, and I feel like so many people suffer from this because we get in this place, and remember, we're coming from a diet mentality. We're coming from a world where we are bombarded with billions of dollars of marketing. Every magazine you open up, it's like you don't look good enough, your lips aren't good enough, your cheeks aren't good enough, wear this makeup, use this product, use this, use that. So it's like, holy crap, no wonder why our brains are so freaking confused, right? We're getting bashed from every single direction. So naturally, people that are struggling with their health, once they find something that starts to actually work, hello, Shred, thank you very much, something that actually works, that doesn't make you feel deprived, that doesn't make you feel like you're dragging your ass, that gives you all the energy in the world, as you start to change is going to be uncomfortable. And what I would first recommend is, the number one thing that I've learned over time is the only thing that's constant is change. The only thing that's constant is change. So we have to get uncomfortable. We have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And it's okay to have worry, and it's okay to have these things. Just don't let that get so deep that it stops you in your tracks from not going, from not trying. So there's a couple things that I read in Tim's message, and one was Tim feels that he needs to increase his protein, but he's not sure about his carbs. So one thing that we need to do is learn to tap into those feelings of inside. I truly believe that we are our own best doctors. You know your body better than anybody else, which is why I can't tell you exactly what foods to eat. I can't tell you exactly what to do because my food could be your poison. And it's really, really important to start to tap into those inner feelings. You know those little voices that are inside your head that you hear all the time, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, no, you don't know that, or you're not good enough, or why should anybody listen to you? Or, you can take it in personal, you can take it in business. So it's like, hey, I want to put my knowledge out there. I think I should write a book. And then all of a sudden that little fury comes up and says, well, who the hell are you? What qualifications do you have? Why should anybody listen to you? We got to learn to kick that little fairy to the side and learn to go with our gut instinct. There is a direct connection from the brain to the gut, whether it's in food, whether it's in thought or anything else. So that would be my first tip, is really work on that, learning to trust yourself. And I can appreciate that is hard. I can appreciate that that's going to take time. But let me just remind you, we are human beings. We can do hard freaking things. And if we want something bad enough, we will tap into that. So that's, go with your gut feeling, go with your gut instinct, right? When it comes to protein, that is one of the 3 foundational pillars of the ER shred. It is non-negotiable. There is way too much evidence to show that protein is life. Protein, not just protein, but the essential amino acids contained in the protein is the building blocks of your entire body. Literally everything. So making sure that you're hitting your protein marks on a daily basis, Tim, and for anyone else, is absolutely crucial. I would suggest that you go and you shoot for 1 gram of protein per pound of ideal body weight. What does that mean? Well, for Tim, he's obviously at his weight. He's lost the weight that he wants to. Now he wants to bulk up. He wants to add more lean muscle. He wants to get stronger. I hate that word bulk, but that's the word, right? I always look at bulking, which is a bodybuilding term, as really how are we going to build skeletal muscle? Why do we want to build skeletal muscle? Well, because it's going to make us harder to kill. It's going to help us recover. It's going to bring us back from injury. It's going to keep us alive longer if, God forbid, we do get some sort of crazy chronic disease. Skeletal lean muscle is literally life. So this is really important. And one of the things that helps build skeletal muscle, besides obviously working out, lifting weights, so on, stimulating the body, is proper protein intake, really proper essential amino intake. So there's 9 essential amino acids in the 20 amino acids contained in protein. And one of the 9 essential is leucine. And leucine is the direct essential amino acid responsible for what's called MPS, muscle protein synthesis. And we are always in a constant state of muscle protein breakdown. So we have to activate muscle protein synthesis. And we can do that by making sure that we have readily available amino acids, essential amino acids, flowing through our blood all times of the day at all points, okay? So go with that gut instinct. If you feel you need to increase your protein, you need to increase your protein. If you're not somewhere between 0.6 and 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight, I would highly recommend that you get there as quick as possible. Now, so that's the thing. Tim also says, I'm not sure about carbs. Listen to me. Carbs are not the enemy, okay? And to understand carbs, we have to understand that carbs are not just one big group. There is a very, very big difference between flour, processed wheat, and sugars versus vegetables and berries. All of those are considered carbohydrates. Yes, every single vegetable that you put in your body, that is a carbohydrate. So there's a very big difference in how those break down inside your body. Now, if we're eating berries or we're eating vegetables, we're going to get a very different reaction. So when it comes to carbohydrates are what's considered a macronutrient. There's 3 of them. That's proteins, carbs, and fats. Those are macronutrients. And out of those 3, carbohydrates are not essential to a human being, meaning that you could literally go every day, all day, live an amazing life and not put a carbohydrate in your body. There's really not a need for them for the human body to thrive. However, there can be benefits to them because, to say that vegetables and their polyphenols and all the amazing properties that come from those for certain individuals, again, we know that not just because broccoli is broccoli, and it has sulforaphane in it, doesn't mean that that's going to be amazing for everyone, which is why creating our own individual food blueprint is crucial to really thriving in health, okay? So when it comes to, he's not sure about the carbs. The only things that he's getting is from the shakes, he says. Well, again, intrinsically tap inside yourself and listen to that little voice. Listen to your gut. Do you feel you can benefit from more? Have you tried to add them? How does your body feel? If you're functioning and you're crushing your workouts and you're crushing your day and you feel amazing and you don't bring any back into your life, well, I would say that you're on a good track. So why don't you keep going? For me personally, as an endurance athlete, I benefit from certain carbohydrates. Now, it's been 20 years. I've been on this massive exploration. My journey never ends. I'm always trying new foods. I'm always trying new things. I'm putting them in. I'm pulling them out. I'm paying attention to how my body feels. Do I have more aches today than I did a week ago? Is my recovery slower? Is it faster? So these are the journeys. These are the explorations. These are the things that take time. So what I would say about the carbohydrates is, explore. And if you're feeling great, keep going. Don't fix what ain't broken. Don't fix what ain't broken. But if you feel that you can benefit from some of those, by all means, go right ahead and add those in. Remember, there is no right and wrong way. There is no right and wrong way. So listen to that inner self. And one of these things, he says, I'm scared that if I add more food, then I will reverse all the hard work that I've done. Now, this is a mindset thing. This has really nothing to do with food. This is your relationship with food. So, and I get it because I grew up a little fat kid. I was really terrified. Once I started seeing results, I was trying every little thing because I didn't want to go back. Like that feeling of failure, that feeling of going back, nobody wants to feel that. So how can we work on that? Here's all I can say to you. When we create the positive relationship with food, which is what I believe ER Shred does, right? It gives us the empowerment. When we strip everything out, when we get our bodies back to baseline, when we're thriving and our cylinders are firing on all sparks, okay? Then from there, we're in a mental better place. We're in a physical better place. Like brain fog is gone. Like we can actually think straight. So now we have to work on that food relationship. And over time, we've learned that we got to this place for a reason. Now, if we're really honest with ourselves and we think back, it's like, okay, how many times did I overdrink? How many times did I eat those things I shouldn't have ate? Like, you shouldn't eat them, but yet we still did, right? And I get it. It's from trauma. It's from relationship. It's a connection with family. Like, food is powerful. Food is the most powerful legal drug on the face of the damn planet. So when we learn to respect it for what it actually is, and we learn that food is fuel or food fuels disease, now we start to think a little bit straight. If we're working hard, if we've lost the weight, if we've got our body back in the right spot, if we've done the time and put in the energy like Tim has done, now we get our body in a place where he wants to bulk up. Now we have to shift because in order to gain lean muscle, we have to be in a calorie surplus. In order to lose fat, we have to be at a calorie deficit, okay? So don't let that get too crazy with calories because that's another myth, but that's the nature of what has to happen. Calorie surplus or calorie deficit. Muscle can't grow unless you give it the energy. Fat can't be lost unless you're giving it the right energy. Food is energy. That's what calories is. So in order to lose, we have to replace bad energy with good energy. In order to gain, we have to give more good energy. Look at it in that perspective, right? Look at it in that way. So Tim, you're going to add more, but you're not adding chips and salsa and pizza and pasta and candy bars. You're adding good quality meats. You're adding healthy fats. Maybe you're adding more vegetables. When you give the body the rocket fuel that it needs, which is the later half of that food that we just talked about, when you give your body that and you're working out and you're burning calories and you're moving your ass and you're not sitting down all day and you're non-energy, activity thermogenic energy, the NEAT, you're moving, you're shaking, you're not sitting as much, you're standing, you're walking, you're just crazy all day, your body's naturally burning more calories. So when you're burning those calories and you're adding more food, because of the lifestyle that you're choosing to live today, your body's going to utilize that. Now, can we overeat on good food? Absolutely. Do we still have to pay attention? Yes, but that's where you pay attention. So if you're going week to week and all of a sudden you see, pounds creeping on, but yet you're doing everything well, that might be a good indication to you that you're maybe a little bit too far and have to pull back a little bit. That's just a simple adjustment. And that's the beautiful thing, friends. Like that's the 20-year journey that I've been on. So there is no quick thing. There is no 11-day. There is no whatever. Allow this to be the thing to show you that, one, food relationship. Two, get in touch with that inner self. Learn to trust that that feeling, okay? And again, if it's wrong, who cares? You just go over the speed bump and you keep going. Like, it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. If you didn't catch that, it's a freaking journey. It doesn't happen overnight. So play around with things. Don't be scared of good quality, high quality, dense nutrition food. Like, that is life. Food is life. Again, relationship with food. What are we choosing? Are we choosing food of life, or are we choosing food of disease? Are we choosing food from Mother Nature, or are we choosing food from a laboratory? And if you're choosing food from Mother Nature in a whole food matrix, and you're utilizing all of these essential tools that we have, you're probably going to be on the right track. Bad things are most likely not going to happen to you. So that's what I got to say about that, right? So don't be scared to try new things. Understand that, there is no end. Like, you're going to get to this next point, Tim, and then, or anybody listening, and then you're going to want, okay, what's next, right? That's how my brain works. Like, okay, I'm here. Now what's next? What's next? What's next? How can I keep pushing it? How can I keep getting better? And in order to do that, you have to have the courage enough to explore. You have to have the courage enough to know that, hey, what you do might not work, and that's perfectly okay. What I've learned is that my best things in life have been learned through my biggest failures. And I want to encourage you to just be okay with that. Again, get comfortable with the uncomfortable. We have to fail in order to grow. So Tim, amazing job. Keep up the amazing work. I mean, these results are freaking awesome. Dude, you're a big dude. You're going to need a good, hefty amount of food. I mean, gosh, I'm 185. I'm 5'8", maybe 5'9". Maybe I'm going to say 5'9", just so I'm a little taller. 5'9", and I'm pounding 3,700 plus calories a day because of the nature of what my goals are, okay? So good quality food is only going to make you feel better. It's only going to fuel your body, and that's the key thing. So I hope that brings some value to some of you guys. Smash the share button if you know anybody that can benefit from this. If you have any other specific questions about what we talked about, drop them into the comments here, and I will do my best to get back to you. I hope you all have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.